Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the third time I'm attempting to record this, and I will tell you the contraption that I'm using to try to hold up my camera is a struggle. So I had a phone call in the middle, and then I went to grab something and everything fell off. So hopefully third time's the charm. But if you watched my video from yesterday, my first video on the channel, it was all about the liquid diet, or the liver shrink diet that they call it, and the things that helped me get through that, really kind of what led me to surgery. So as you can tell, I don't generally wear such cute outfits, so I am at the hospital. I did have my surgery this morning, and I am staying overnight because it's a requirement, and hopefully we'll get to go home tomorrow. So I thought I would walk you through surgery day and kind of let you know what it's been like for me. So I was the first surgery of the day, so I had to be here at 5:30 this morning, and then surgery was at 7:30. As you can imagine, I didn't sleep a wink, but couple things that I brought in my overnight bag that I have used already tremendously since I've been here. Number one, I have a small bedside fan that is actually just USB powered. It's about this big. I believe the company is called Polar. Incredible. It's nice whenever you just need a little bit of air, but not quite, a blast, and it's simple and fits in your bag easy. So that's been helpful. Bring an extension cord. None of the outlets seem to be close to you, so even if you have a super long phone cord, I would really suggest an extension cord. So that's been helpful as well. I also bought a pair of Crocs, so can't say I've ever done that before, but I figured I could use them for the beach or whatever, so I found a cute pair yesterday. I have probably received 10 compliments on them since I've been here, so I'm gonna call it a win, and they look fantastic with my sweet yellow socks that I have to wear in the hospital. So Crocs were great. I also got a robe, and I would really suggest doing that too. We have to wear the gowns. The gowns have an open back, unless your plan is to put on a show, which you do you. But if you don't, then the robe is nice because you can just throw it on and go out on a walk. So those are my go-to items for things to pack. So anyway, got here at 5:30, did the pre-op regular stuff. They weigh you, they take your blood pressure. I went into a pre-op room, got undressed, put on my, my little smock here. They went ahead and got my IV set up, and they actually put it in my hand. Don't really think I love that. It's a little tender, and I'm anxious to see how it feels when they pull it out, but it's not been too bad as long as my pole here. I just have to keep remembering that I'm linked up to something, because they have had me on just really fluids since this morning. So, all right, so did my basic pre-op stuff. The anesthesiologist came in and talked to me and kind of walked me through what was going to happen. And then my surgeon came in shortly thereafter. Within probably 10 minutes of him stopping in, we went straight to the OR. So said goodbye to my mama, that told her I'd see her shortly. Big thing for me, I did not get emotional before I went into the OR. And I am one of those people that gets emotional just thinking about being emotional. Like, I'm not your girl if you're looking for strength when you're telling me something super happy or sad, because it immediately goes to tears. But not today. And I think that was because I was very at peace with my decision. I knew I was in good hands. I was going to be okay. And I'm not going to say I didn't have nerves, but I wasn't emotional about it. So I get back to the OR. Things I remember: the room was cold. The kind of gurney that you're on is kind of narrow. So they said a lot of people, whenever they're under anesthesia, have a tendency to try to roll, just because a lot of people are side sleepers. So they did put like what looked kind of like a seatbelt across my thighs, and then my arms went out on kind of their own platforms. Those were also put down so that they could put the IVs in and whatnot, and also keep my arms out of the way. And that's the last thing I remember. So I woke up in the recovery room. The OR was booked for about 2 hours for my surgery. It was done in about 1 hour and 25 minutes. So just to give you kind of an idea of how long the surgery took. Again, I had the VSG surgery. So I woke up in the recovery room and felt okay. I was groggy for sure. My eyes were just heavy. I had a hard time keeping my eyes open, but I could close them and listen to everything going on around me. My stomach was uncomfortable, but I can't say it hurt. It just kind of felt weird. So they wheeled me in my bed to my overnight room, and I don't know why it felt so long, but the journey felt to be approximately 25 miles long through the hospital, hitting every bump. And it was, I'm not a car sick person, but I was queasy. So when I got to the room and got stopped, spins happened. And here I am sitting in my bed, dry heaving. So I did that like 3 times. Thankfully, nothing came up and it kind of stopped. It was not overly comfortable, but I won't say that it hurt tremendously bad either. It was just kind of like, oh, this is a fun way to start this off. So got through that. The nurse came in and she's like, do you need anything for nausea? And I was like, yeah, like everything. So they did put a little sticker medication behind my ear. I was given a shot, and then I also have medication that I take every 6 hours. So that's been super helpful. I didn't have another episode until honestly about an hour or so later. I was ready to get up and try to walk and use the bathroom. And I set up kind of quickly and immediately back. I mean, I was sweating all of a sudden, my mouth's watering. I'm like, oh no, not again. So I dry heaved like twice. They gave me the trash can. The third time I was able to get something up. It was not pleasant. It wasn't over. There wasn't a lot, but anyway, I did get sick. And since then, and that was probably about 1:30 this afternoon, I've been good. So, knock on wood. So we got through that point. I kind of dozed a little bit. I won't say I slept well, but I dozed for maybe an hour or two. My mom was here with me. So kind of got through that, made it a point to get up every hour, hour and a half and walk the hospital. So this floor is in an X, so I would walk the X completely, and then sometimes I would walk it twice. So I've tried to stay super active while I'm here. They also put these little things on my legs that kind of squeeze every so often too, again, just to prevent blood clots. But I've been super active since I've been here, so I don't really think that's a problem, but they do kind of feel good. It's like getting a massage on your legs, so I'm here for it. Around 2:30, I did get a liquid plate, which good times. But I am on clear liquids today, so they brought me 2 Diet Jellos and some broth, which I didn't drink the broth, but I just finished the second Jello, and that was at like 9:30. I just ate everything slowly. I didn't want to take any chances, so I ate the first one over about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. I've been drinking water. They do give us these little cups to make sure that we don't overfill. So I just fill this up with water. I work on drinking that. I refill it again, and then 30 minutes later, I'll drink the next one. So I've tried to be super focused on that and be pretty diligent with it. And thus far, I've not felt any real discomfort in my stomach, like it's overfilled or that I'm hungry even. I'm just trying to be aware, I guess. So doctor came in this afternoon and he was like, you're doing awesome. He said, your surgery was great. I was joking with him. I was like, was my liver nice and small for you? He goes, you shrunk it just right. So I was like, you're welcome. So he's a super nice guy, and very thankful for, what he did for me today. So I do have to stay overnight, like I said, just to monitor. Because of COVID, my mom actually couldn't stay with me. She got to spend most of the day, but she couldn't stay overnight. So she left at the end of visiting hours around 6 o'clock, and I've just been kind of hanging out. So anxious to get home tomorrow, anxious to start the protein part tomorrow. I think there are some requirements before I can leave. I have to drink so much and be able to, get my water and the protein and probably get around. I'm not sure what other requirement. I haven't actually heard if there's more than that from the nurses, but the surgeon yesterday was like, you're killing it. You're definitely going to get to go home tomorrow. So I'm excited for that. He said probably afternoon time. So I plan on being home sometime tomorrow evening and starting the rest of this journey. So I'm super thankful I did this. I have absolutely no regrets. My surgery experience was pretty simple, thankfully. I've never gone under any sort of surgery or anesthesia before, so I was a little anxious to see how my body would react, but I've been super thankful that I've been as dedicated and working on myself all year, which I think is really attributes to this not being a really rough experience. And again, I watched a lot of videos of people who struggled, whether it was dehydration or just feeling like complete garbage, the nausea. I mean, there's all sorts of things that could have been issues, and I'm just very thankful I didn't have any of those. So I will share the where they cut me later, just so you guys can kind of see. It's all over the internet too, but I have 5 incisions. They're not actually, they did not stitch them. They use like a glue. So hopefully that'll heal, you know, nicely. I was joking when they told me that afterwards. I was like, oh good, maybe I can resume my swimsuit modeling career. And they're like, oh yeah, it'll probably heal right up. Like, they're all super serious, which is super funny. I was trying to make a joke, which clearly did not work with doctors, but anyway. So yeah, so I am good. I'm excited to go home tomorrow and excited to share the rest of this with you guys. So like I said, other than nausea and the gas pains, I'm pretty good. So hopefully for those of you who have already done this or are thinking about doing this, you have either similar experiences or this was helpful for you, because I really didn't know what to expect, because you read the horror stories and the, oh yeah, I feel great. And it's like, am I going to be in between that, or am I going to be? So I think mine overall was pretty good. I won't complain. But I'm, like I said, I'm excited. This is the first day of a new chapter, and man, I can't even imagine. I just keep thinking to myself, what is this going to look like in a year? It's just wild. So I'm excited. I'm ready. Very focused, and I'm going to knock this out of the park. And I thank you guys for helping to keep me accountable, for checking this out. Again, please ask questions if there's things that I can provide for you. I will try to say everything that kind of comes to my mind, but if there's something that I don't address that you'd like to hear about, let me know. Also on Amazon, you can buy the cutest little plush stomach ever. So here's my little sleeved plush stomach. It was $14 and I couldn't resist it. I mean, truly, I couldn't leave it for that price. It's so cute. So, so yeah, I've just been kind of hanging out and doing all the things I'm told, trying to make sure I'm in good shape to go home tomorrow and be ready for next steps of this journey outside of the hospital. So thanks for tuning in. Me and my plush stomach are probably gonna head to bed here soon. So have a great day, good night whenever you're watching this, and be sure to tune back in for additional information. So again, if you're not following me already, be sure to follow me on Instagram. My handle's the same as it is here. It's Mission2 Wonderland. And yeah, I'd love to follow you back, especially if we're on a similar journey. Always happy to have an accountability partner. So if I can be of any help to you, don't hesitate to ask. And yeah, I wish you the best on your journey, whether that's weight loss or just being a better person, surviving COVID, being a mom, whatever that is. Best of luck to you. And thank you for supporting my journey. So see ya.